Madagascar's president has fled the country, the head of the opposition and other officials said on Monday, following weeks of Gen Z protests over corruption and poverty. A military source said Andry Rajoelina flew out of the African country on Sunday on a French military aircraft. French radio network RFI reported he had struck a deal with President Emmanuel Macron. The president's office did not reply to requests for comment. Opposition leader Sittini Randrianarsolaniak said Rajoelina's departure came after army units defected and joined protesters. The elite CAPSAT unit, which helped Rajoelina seize power in a 2009 coup, said over the weekend that it refused to shoot on protesters and instead escorted thousands to the main square in the capital Antananarivo. There on Monday, protesters demanded accountability.
After what he did, I think it's best for him to leave Madagascar. But we're not going to let him go just like that. He has to be held accountable.
CAPSAT also said at the weekend that it was taking charge of the military and appointed a new army chief. That prompted Rajoelina to warn of an attempt to seize power in the island nation. Protests erupted at the end of September over water and power shortages, but they quickly escalated into an uprising over broader grievances, including corruption, bad governance, and a lack of basic services. At least 22 people have been killed in clashes between protesters and the security forces since September 25th, according to the UN.
In a stunning twist of history, Madagascar's Gen Z protests have forced President Andry Rajoelina to flee the country, a dramatic climax to weeks of youth-led unrest that has shaken the island nation to its core. Within the opposition and the military confirmed that Rajoelina left Madagascar on Sunday aboard a French military aircraft, allegedly after striking a last-minute deal with French President Emmanuel Macron. The secret flight departed from Sainte-Marie Airport just minutes after a helicopter transferred the embattled leader onto the plane. The once powerful Rajoelina, who himself rose to power through a 2009 coup, is now on the run, a victim of the same street power that once made him president. It all began with protests over water and power shortages, but in a country where over 75% of citizens live in poverty, frustration quickly transformed into full-blown rebellion. The youth, mostly from Gen Z, took to the streets, demanding accountability, justice, and an end to corruption. CAPSAT, the elite military unit that helped Rajoelina rise to power years ago, defected to the protesters' side, escorting thousands through the streets of Antananarivo instead of firing at them. With the military and even the Grand Mayor divided, Rajoelina's government collapsed from within. By Monday morning, the Senate had already dismissed its president, appointing Jean-André Dramanjar as acting head, a constitutional move that signals a power vacuum at the very top. Crowds in the capital shouted one resounding message: the president must quit now. One young protester told Reuters, in 16 years, the president and his government have done nothing except enrich themselves while the people stay poor. We, the Gen Z, have suffered the most. At least 22 people have died in clashes since protesters began on September 25th. Yet, for many in this young, restless nation, where the median age is under 20, their sacrifices mark the dawn of a new era. The world is watching Madagascar and the unstoppable force of a new generation rewriting the script of African politics. This is Pihowa Network News.